Yo, what's up, guys? This is a very important lesson. This one, we're going to talk about how you're not failing because you're not worthy of success, but you're failing because you're not ready for success. Okay, so this is something that this kind of gave me an aha moment the first time I heard it, which was actually not that long ago. And once you realize this, well, at least in my experience, once I realized that this was true, I it gives you much more motivation because you realize that you actually deserve all of the things that you want, that you see other people have, that you want for yourself. You realize that you're just as good as them and you deserve everything that they have as well. Now, this isn't like the type of like feeling of deserving where like you're bitter and you're like, I should have those things. Why don't I have that? I'm just as good as them. It's more of like a positive feeling of deserving something. Like, you just essentially understand that everybody is really the same. And the people who have the things that you want, they just put in the time and they put in the effort. And most importantly, they just promoted themselves consistently to the people who were potentially looking for their products. Now, I'll tell you where this kind of like had an aha moment for me. I'm on social media, I do online marketing, but like one area that I've really neglected like for years has been Facebook, right? I stopped using Facebook back in like 2014, 2015, except for like, every once in a while you add someone on Facebook or whatever, but like I didn't post anything on there for years because it got like too political and I just couldn't stand it. It was all like political stuff all the time. I hate politics and like I just don't want to be around it, right? So I stopped using it for a while, and then I guess in the meantime, when I got into online marketing, I kind of just ignored it. But then I realized that like Facebook is such a great equalizer for showing who you really are to people, which, okay, fine, that's great if you're like just some random person, living your life, have a job, whatever you're, normal, let's just say. But when you're trying to establish yourself as an expert or as an authority, or you're in online marketing and you want to kind of like draw attention to yourself, which you really like need to do, it's like not even an option. Facebook is kind of indispensable. Okay, look, I'll give you an example. Back in December, like I said, I came back to Thailand and I started making these videos again. Okay, most of them are like fitness and health videos. And I still wasn't like using Facebook that much at that time, but eventually, like, when you have a new channel, you got to promote your stuff. Otherwise, it's depressing to see you have like 4 views on a channel, on a video that you like worked really hard on and you edited. Like, even if you're just promoting it like to your friends and family and to like a bunch of groups of like random Pakistani people, for example, like you're going to promote it there. Like you just want eyes on your stuff. And the more I started to like be active on Facebook in different, at first it was like health and fitness groups, and then it became, making money online groups like marketing or whatever. The more I did that, the more I realized that like if you're able to show that side of yourself, because like a lot of people these days, they don't want to be on social media, they don't want to like show people what their lives are like, or like they don't want people to get too familiar with them. But when you start establishing yourself as an expert and you start drawing attention to yourself and who you are and what you can do, people are going to be curious and they're going to want to know about you. And if you don't accept their friend request, as stupid as that sounds, they're going to be like, oh, well, screw this guy, like what's he hiding, So that's kind of the first step, is just knowing that like a bunch of people are going to contact you and just be in touch with you because they're just curious about who you are. And if you're not ready for that, and if you don't want to do that, that's essentially what that means, is that you're not ready for success. Because what is like, to be the guy behind the curtain, you can only get so big, and it requires incredible like technical expertise to be that guy behind the curtain. Okay, and like chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably not that guy, or you're not gonna be, because those people are like freaks of nature by like 15, 16 and like extremely talented, and like, not to say anything bad about you or me, but like we're not those people, right? That's why we're doing stuff like this. That's why we're turning to business and marketing, because that's our hope, not being a technical wizard. But when you sell something, when you go into business and you open a business and you essentially commit to marketing, you kind of need to sell your soul a little bit, right? You need to basically tell the world that you have something that is worth more than whatever their money is worth to them. and do that like every single day, and like plaster that all over your social media, and just change kind of everything to facilitate that becoming more easier for you to close a sale. Okay. So if you like, you know, and okay, let's step away from business and making money, for example. Let's say you're, let's talk about fitness, right? Let's say you keep trying these diets and you keep trying, quote unquote, to lose weight, and you're not able to do it, or you lose the weight quickly and then like you gain it back again. You know, you're just not ready. Like, I guess we can look at the why you're not ready, but really what it comes down to is that you don't feel that you deserve to have that kind of body. You feel that you don't deserve to be thin, or to be ripped, or to be fit, or to like be really good at whatever sport that you have, because you just, you know, maybe it's like low self-esteem, or maybe you don't have the right support network, or like, honestly, you can come up with whatever excuse you want, but like at the end of the day, you're just not ready for that. So, and there's no real way to like flip that switch other than just deciding that you are. And this kind of has something, this goes back to like one of the previous videos that I made about killing yourself, not actually killing yourself. Where is that one? The old you has to die in order to succeed. All right, the old you is the one that doesn't feel like it's worthy of success, or of being rich, or making millions of dollars, or whatever it is that you want, right? But the new you, the reborn you, is going to be the you that you see when you look at other people who have what you want. You can see it on their face that they feel like they deserve it, just the way that they talk about things. You can just tell, right? Even if maybe they do feel, you know, think some of those negative thoughts like, oh, I'm a fake, I'm an imposter, I don't deserve this. You can't really tell that when you look at them, okay? And you need to kind of adopt that same mentality so that you can, what's the word? Portray that same, you know, air of confidence, which is really what people are buying, right? When they buy from you, and we'll talk about this in the copywriting, but when they buy from you, they're buying your confidence, hoping that it will transfer over to them so that they can finally fix this problem that they've had for so long. Okay, well, we'll get more into that in the copywriting section, but now just know that you know, the things that you previously were not willing to do is not because you didn't deserve the goal, the success, is because you just didn't feel that you were ready for it. Okay, so get ready.